Hey y'all, it's your boy Rico.
And Sam. And this week we wanted to talk about GCTB and the binders that they make. For those of you who are transitioning, you probably have heard of this company, but maybe you haven't. Maybe you haven't tried binding yet and you are curious about what your first binder should be. So we just kind of wanted to give you a little bit of insight into the company that we use. I've been using GCTB for almost 4 years now, I think. Yeah.
You binded 2 years before you started tea?
About a year or two, yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, and I'm almost 3 years on tea now, so yeah, maybe like a year. Yeah, so I've been binding for about 4 years now, and GC2B was the first company I really looked into, and I just liked that they were like a trans-run company, like everybody that works there is like queer, trans, or non-binary, or, you know, and I like that it's like by trans people, for trans people kind of thing. I also like, I mean, as far as like other companies like Underworks go, like most of the time it's cis, it's made for cis people by cis people, you know. So I just like that you're like supporting queer businesses and stuff like that. My first binder was a full tank black binder, and it lasted me a good while. I still have it actually. It doesn't really bind anymore, but it's full tank, so I'm a large in binders, mostly because of my chest, my like shoulder size. All the rest I fall between medium and large sizing, but definitely measure because it's important before you buy your binders, because it always, they can fit really weird. It's like really close measurements.
Please know that GC2B runs very small.
But yeah, I'm a large. The full tanks cost $36 a piece. They're $3 more expensive than the half tanks, but if you are a bigger guy like I am and you wanted to kind of shape that too, that's why I bought it originally. But yeah, so it's like $36 for the full tank, and it's $5 for shipping.
Roughly, yeah.
Roughly $5. So you're gonna spend about $42 in total probably for one binder. I ended up switching from the full tank because it got really hot. Especially, we both live in Texas, so it's really, really rough summers if you're wearing a full tank binder. It is spandex, so it doesn't breathe very well, so you just end up being super sweaty. But if you live in a colder state, maybe give it a try if you are looking for that added thing. I mean, it also does look like a tank top, so you could wear this without a shirt over top if you wanted to, but it does kind of look weird in the chest area because of like the little added fabric and lines right here at the top where the half tank would end. This binder probably lasted me like a good 6 or 7 months. Like I used it all that time. Of course it does like bind less and less as the time goes on, especially with stretching it out or wearing it too much or just general wear and tear kind of thing. But it's not too bad of an investment for 6 months. It's pretty good. Only thing about black binders is if you have to wear dark colored t-shirts over top of them, or else your binder will show through. If that's not something you care about, then cool, but just something to keep in mind. After that, I went and got a white full tank. Well, this was white. Don't recommend the white ones for sure. The white literally probably lasted me like a month, and this is what it looks like now. Like not as far as like a month as far as like stability goes, but white as in the color changed so quickly. And I'm not like especially dirty, but this makes me look especially dirty, and that's gross. The only thing that I notice is like I think that from stretching, once they start wearing and tearing, they start ripping in the armpits like this, which I mean is to be expected, but that's on the back side, so I guess like from putting it over my shoulder, it started tearing like this. My black one did the same thing. That's why I would buy new ones. It wasn't necessarily because it stopped biting my chest, but just the tearing. I didn't want to just keep like sewing it up or whatever. Yeah, steer clear of the white. Don't do that. If you were to want something that you can wear under lighter colors, we definitely recommend the Nude binders.
Yeah, GC2B has I think like 5 different skin tones for nude. 1 is like the darkest skin tone, and 2, 3. 3 is like tan people, I guess I'll call it. 4, I think Caucasian. 5, maybe Asian, because there's like yellow undertones to it. And I got the number 4 too. My only nude binder from GC2B and it's a half tank, and I'm wearing it now, so I'm gonna show you. So this is a number 4 flesh tone half tank binder. I mean, it doesn't really like match that well, but it's the closest it's gonna get to my skin tone. I am super pale. But one thing I gotta say though, with the nude, this is my first time getting a nude one. I don't like how, I don't know if you can see, but like you can see way more of the curves as opposed to the black binders. Because the black, I mean, hides everything. You can't really see any like curves or anything. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This, it kind of like has an imprint of my chest, and that's not really like a good time for me. So the whole point of why I wanted to get a nude one is like, this always happens with my shirts, and I hate like always like having black pop out. So I was hoping if I got nude that it would like kind of be hard to tell, but I think it's doing the opposite. I think it gives it away more that it's like not matching my skin tone.
Oh,
But that's just me personally.
because of like black, it could just be like an undershirt kind of thing, but nude, like not a lot of people wear like nude undershirts.
Exactly. It's like, what
Makes
is that,
sense.
dude? As opposed to, yeah, like a black tank underneath.
Yeah,
Um,
that's fair.
but I mean, it is kind of nice having a color closer to my skin tone. Like, I'd probably wear this rather than a black one to a pool. You know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
I feel like if I would see like myself like from far away in a black tank, it would look like someone in a sports bra. You know?
Yeah.
And I'd rather have something be like, oh, like a second glance. I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've only worn half binders. I will never get a full tank because I'll
Too
get
fucking high.
oh yeah, overheated. It's just like, it's not necessarily tight, right?
It's supposed to be forming. It's supposed to like help shape your stomach, so like keep the rolls in. Thankfully, I have lost weight and I don't need that as much anymore. But yeah, it's supposed to basically like not only flatten your chest, but flatten your stomach or like shape it, and like contour it more masculinely. The thing is, it's not like the top part of the binder, like how they work is they have several like layers on the top that like keep your chest down.
Mhm.
On the bottom, it's just going to be the spandex, so it's not like super constricting like the top is, but it is like spandex, so it is tight and form fitting.
Granted, sometimes depending on how you dress, if you wear tight shirts, you will see the line of the binder. That's not really a big deal to me personally. I know for bigger chested dudes, you got to readjust quite often.
Yeah, they also do offer like a pretty good array of colors. I think that they do red, blue, green, purple, and gray as well. So
Yeah.
it's like 7 or 8 colors, which is great. Lots of options for those of you who want different colored ones or stuff to like match like different outfits or whatever. So that's really cool that they do that.
I've been binding. I think I started binding after I started T. Because I remember going to the gym and like,
Yeah, it's sports bra. Yeah.
weird. Yeah, so I've been binding for like, let's say like a year and a half now.
Mhm.
And I still have like the same binders from the beginning. Well, this is new, but it's like the same quality. Nothing's really busted up. Granted, that all depends on wear and tear. Like, I'm a smaller chested guy, so the binder's not really working like overtime, if that makes sense.
Yeah, and you're also pretty small in general, so like getting it over your shoulders doesn't take a lot. Because that's what I've noticed is my main issue is just trying to get it over my shoulders. Like if my shoulders are too broad, then that's what's causing like the ripping and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. So it just all depends on body type. But this is the only brand of binder I've ever gone to. I don't care to go to anyone else really because I love GC2B. It's the cheapest binder that I know of. I mean, they're super cheap ones, but they don't really bind. It's just like a Kevlar suit, you know?
Yeah. I got one from Underworks. They were supposed to be like the ultimate binder extreme, something like ridiculously named, and I bought it, and it literally was like Kevlar. And for one, it didn't bind. It made me look like I was wearing like a push-up bra. It was awful. And two, it was so thick and so hot. I literally wore it for like maybe an hour, and I was like, no, fuck this. Like, I could not do it.
I actually do want to try out another binder company, only because they have like a thinner strap, and I miss wearing tank tops, and that is Flaunt Streetwear. I want to get one of their binders soon, but it's $50 before like tax and shipping, so I'm sticking with GCTB for now until maybe summertime when I start wearing tanks again.
Mm-hmm.
But again, yeah, I say 10 out of 10 for GC2B. It's my favorite binder company, and they're really cool.
Only things that I would give like constructive criticism towards would be their like customer service stuff. Sometimes when I email them, I feel like it takes a little bit to get along. Also, I had a couple issues with a couple of my binders. Like I said, I've been using this company for like 4 years, and I felt like 2 of the binders that I got most recently weren't of the best quality. I got this Nude one, and within the first week, a long string, like I've since cut it, but a long string basically came apart, and the whole back flap on my back fell apart, and it no longer really was as binding the way I wanted it to, and I was kind of concerned about that. I've never had that happen before. It literally just felt like my binder fell apart in my hands. And so I was kind of concerned about that, and so I reached out to him and was like, hey, like, I don't know what's going on, but I don't feel like this was good quality, and I just want to talk about that and see what's up. Like, I was concerned that maybe, like, the Nude ones weren't as strong as the regular, like, classic colors that they offered, like the black and white and gray and stuff like that. And unfortunately, the only thing that they would talk to me about was maybe my sizing was wrong. And that kind of frustrated me a little bit just because I have been wearing the same size binder throughout my transition, and I'm pretty confident I know what kind of size binder I wear because I did try different sizes. And I feel like I voiced that up with them, but they still weren't super willing to talk to me about it or talk to me why, the other reasons that this could be happening to me besides my sizing. So that would be my only concern, is like maybe I just wish that they would hear customer complaints a little bit more, or just offer more reasons other than you got the wrong size, especially if I am pretty confident that I have the right size binder and have always had the right size binder. But yeah, other than that, I think they are a great company. I think that they definitely do like a lot for the community. I feel like they definitely offer the best product for the best price. So I'll definitely be sticking with them. That would be just my only concern for sure. They also ship discreetly, just so y'all know. So that's great. It just comes in like a little gray sleeve. Doesn't really say what's in the package or anything like that. They ship typically. I'll get mine within a week, which is great. So if you need one like quick, it'll be there quick, and that's great. They also do a lot of sales, which I think is awesome. So check out their Instagram at gc2b for any time they're going to give discounts. Like they always do stuff for like back to school or for holidays or stuff like that. Like I think I just got like a $75 gift card for 15% off. So I was able to get 2 binders for under $70, which is great. That included shipping. And just keep up with them for like, you can sign up for like the newsletter or sign up to, they have a point system now. Did you know about that? Yeah. So like anytime you buy a binder, you gain points, and that'll give you like more discounts or money off or whatever, no matter how depending on how much points you save up, which is cool. So that's a good rewards program kind of incentive thing. If you don't get the right size or it doesn't work out for you, you can send them back. They're pretty cool about that.
That's true. You just got to pay for shipping. I know that.
Yeah. So definitely just consider it. It's a great company. I definitely appreciate them.
Well, I think that does it. If you like this video, y'all, you know what to do. Please like, comment, share, and definitely subscribe, and we'll see you next week, y'all. Bye.